thought I'd give you a little walk around my itty bitty tiny office come workspace. Here's the door, and it's covered in, like the whole place, 2-inch thick thermal insulation. Obviously not there because the door has to open. And here's sort of a view of the place, so you can see how small it is. I have an amazing screwdriver rack. It's called 2-inch thermal insulation, and eventually I actually purchased these steel shelves. I used to have 3 of these plastic shelves racks, but with the weight they were bending and bowing and twisting, and they were basically crap. So as we move along here, you can see the storage racks I have for all my, in essence, Arduino parts and devices and stuff. Even more stuff stacked on the top, like Orange Pis and transmitters and receivers. Even my multimeter, really nice pair of binoculars. Some more stuff, which is these wonderful little jumper links you can buy. I think they cost 92p from China per pack, plus these leads. The light above me is extremely bright, so it might, it's okay. I'll try and avoid it. So then I've got a bunch of other stuff over here. As you can see, all these connectors and these bottom drawers, which you can't really see, but there is 2 and 4 line displays, whether they're liquid crystal or LED. And this drawer here, which is covered up with all this stuff, is relay cards of all different types. And then we have a bunch of Wi-Fi modules I just received, a bunch of cables and connectors, and a bunch of the mini D1 units with Wi-Fi. Sorry for the interruption. So there's all the storage racks on this side, and as you see, there's just so much stuff everywhere. Now we go down to this shelf, and it's very narrow in here. These are all my project boards that I've worked on, recorded. Maybe I should go grab a light. Hang on a minute, I'm going to go grab a light. Whoops, that's a bit bright. Let's back that off a bit. How about that? I guess you can see it all now. Here's all the projects that I've sort of kept for the time being. They're all on breadboard, of course, and there's the servo camera project I did a while back. Back here, well, there's all sorts of stuff. I don't need to go into it. Then over here we have more packs of components and some more boards. You can probably see over here there's a box full of ICs. Way back there, there's a box full of capacitors and, well, everything I need. And then screws, connectors, and so on. Moving along, here we have, as I've written on there, new boards and parts. Now they're all Arduino. Whoops, too bright. They're all Arduino stuff. Let me turn this flashlight off. And moving along, what in my day we would call an AVO, but of course nobody hell knows what an AVO is anymore. If you don't, it stands for amps, volts and ohms, AVO. But of course they're not that anymore, and they're not even digital multimeters anymore, because they're all auto-ranging and do capacitance and all sorts of stuff. This is my newest one. Let me get that light a bit better. Really, really nice. Love it. And here's my older one. Still very, very good, but not auto-ranging. Now here we have Arduino. I mean, it's not Alexei. Alexei, play Van Morrison.
Shuffling songs by Van Morrison on Amazon Music.
Love Van Morrison. Shame he charges so much money to go see him in Belfast. Like 300-400 quid. I can't afford that shit.
We were born before the
And here we have a couple of Raspberry Pis in cases.
so younger than the sun.
Maybe I should stop this. Arduino, stop! No, Arduino. What
Yeah,
the fuck am I talking?
was one as we sail into the mystic.
Alexei, stop! Alexei, stop! Alexei, stop! God, typical woman. Then we move on to so much storage stuff. And my battery bank here that's possibly all shit because they all came from eBay, but and then an array of different chargers for all the different battery types I have. More storage, knives, so on. Well, here we have, let me turn the flashlight on again. You have my little cable rack on a bungee cord. These things are like rabbits, you know, you get one and turn around and come back and you got 20. My cameras, well, I admit it doesn't look particularly professional, but they are gently placed and being charged. So we have one on the gimbal here, another one lying by itself here, a different gimbal in the back there, plus my video camera and so on. Here's my battery bank, more battery banks, and even more battery banks. Then we move down here to, well, yeah, actually it's pills and shit, but there's my old oscilloscope kit. I think that's the color one, if I'm correct. And then I have a box full, or a basket full of like things like sanding machines, well, you know, toys for boys. Now, coming back, here we have one of the most important things in my office. That's the flag of Hawaii. with the Union flag in the corner. If you don't know why Union flag is in the corner of the Hawaiian flag, Google is your friend. And then I have a bunch of stuff. Basically, it's all camera mounts, suction pads, broad beans, what's going on in life, called a calendar. Now we come around to this side of the office. Here is my wonderful Fred Flintstone TV. I salvaged a liquid crystal display from somebody's laptop and then bought the appropriate card for it and converted it into a television with an external amplifier and 2 speakers taken from the same laptop. If you search my blog, you'll probably find it. More cameras and stuff, and the CCTV module is here, plus, well, if you don't know what it is, there's no point me talking about it really, is there? Plus here is the 4-channel CCTV screen showing top left, which is the back left of my house. Top right is sort of pointing at my office where I am. Bottom left is pointing at the garden, and bottom right, covered with spiders' webs, is in fact the path down to my front door. So now, moving along, here we have my signal generator counter. Really, let me sit down for a minute because, it's easier to do it this way. I don't know if it's going to focus, but there it is. Really nice unit. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Focus. Well, I guess it's not going to. Anyhow. And then my new, well, relatively new acquisition, a proper oscilloscope, 2-channel, what is it, 20? I don't know. It's 100 meg. Practice aloha. If you don't, learn how to. Then we come down here, over here you can, I'll put my light on again. Over here there's 3, probably can't see the bottom one, but there's 3 external drives. I think they're 4, 6 and 6 terabyte. Then I've got so much USB shit in this place. You'll see this USB 3 hub down here that powers 1, let me get the light on it, 1, 2, 3 big drives, and they're all 6 terabyte. And a little 2 terabyte on top that I just use for backing up stuff. Plus a little 1 terabyte here, which I use to transfer data from my main PC to my Link tablet. Turn that off now. And that's pretty much it. Of course, I have the main screen and the secondary display or screen. Plus, of course, my wonderful soldering iron, which apparently is a Maplin model, but it's great, love it. And my, let me switch it on, my bench power supply, which I've always referred to as my windowsill power supply. because it certainly isn't on my bench, it's actually on the windowsill, as you can see. And some desolder wick and a camera with what do they call it? I don't know, XY movement. Here is the extender for the house Wi-Fi into the office. Printer that's been really good, considering I've had it quite a while. Always loved Epson printers. And boxes and boxes of more stuff. Like this one is full of jumper cables for patch boards. This one is full of extra pieces for patch boards. On top, this is my old, oops, there we go. This is my original door opener unit. You may have seen the video on it. And then as we come down, we have two phones. This phone here has I don't want to hang around on the numbers, but the first phone has a Magic Jack number for California. So it's an 805 number. And that means the kids in Hawaii can call me for free, because they call me on this 805 number, and yeah, it's a local call for them, or within the US it's a local call. Not that they do that very much these days, but And then this one is a Vonage voice over IP, the burst voice over IP. I used to have Vonage in California, and I loved it, and it cost me I think $6 a month for unlimited calls to the US and Canada and maybe even Mexico, I can't remember, but it was brilliant. And when I came back to the UK, unfortunately, I found Vonage was here. So it wasn't quite the same service. They, I don't know. They screwed it up when they came here. Anyhow, moving on. Here's some more drawers of stuff. As you can see, Arduino Uno, servos and nanos and blah-de-blah-de-blah. Moving along in this cramped little place. Around here, the final drawer of parts is basically LEDs, connectors. That's about it, really. LEDs and connectors of different types and forms. So that's the rapid tour of my itty bitty tiny office. Bye.